The October 2nd work study session will begin. We'll start. Are we on? Is it? Okay. We'll start with the mayoral presentation, Mr. Mayor. Doesn't sound like it, but yes, yeah.
We had to wait a few meetings because Mr. Kowalski's schedule is grandchild, other fun things in his life, such as moving to a waterfront property, which is exciting. I don't think they're on. But I think I'm loud enough, or I'll be loud enough to figure this out. So I'd like to invite Greg up. Those who have served on the city council with some kind of remembrance in the community for the time that they took serving this community. And likewise here for Mr. Kowalski. We're presenting him this award, which we call the Crystal Gate Award, for his service as a member of the Southgate City Council, April 5th, 2023 through August 8th, 2024, on behalf of the residents, employees, and elected officials of the great city of Southgate. Congratulations, thank you for your service, and best wishes on your future endeavors. Everybody's trying to get the thing.
I can take one if you want.
Okay, so everybody else can take a photograph. That'd be great. Victoria.
You're on, but that sounds like it's
You're on now.
A lot of people here remember this. There we go. All right. There it is. She's a professional. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, not prepared, that's okay.
I would say, just real briefly, I loved serving, and I wish I would have done it sooner. And it was a great time, and thank you for everybody in the city. I'm glad I can serve since then. Thank you very much.
Are they working?
These are on.
Okay.
I don't know if
That
that,
don't work?
what do you want, but you're
That
good.
one wasn't working? Okay.
I don't know. You're good.
All right, we'll get started here. Technology's great if it works.
Right.
Okay, our annual Harvest Fest celebration will take place this Saturday, October 5th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. This year's festivities include food trucks, family activities, music, a scarecrow competition, and a pumpkin patch hosted by the Southgate Historical Foundation. Also, like last year, Harvest Fest will include our Faith in Blue event. This is part of a national effort to enhance relationships between our police officers and the public we serve. Families and residents will have the opportunity to come out and engage with our officers in a fun and casual setting. They will also be there to answer any questions and concerns that anyone may have. Joining the activities this year will be the inclusion of our annual Touch-a-Truck event. We used to put these separately, but it made sense to kind of combine them this year. And this is a very popular event which allows children and adults to get into numerous commercial vehicles and public safety vehicles. If you have ever wanted to board a fire truck, a SWAT vehicle, or a DPS front-end loader, this is your opportunity. Also new this year will be an artisan market featuring locally made seasonal items and gifts. I would like to thank our Southgate DDA Director, Kaylee Mandrella, for organizing this event, and to Quint Plumbing and Heating for being this year's mainline sponsor. Hope to see everyone there as we celebrate autumn in Southgate. Also this Saturday, our Southgate Police Department will team up with Riverview officers to help reduce hunger in our region. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., officers will be at the Southgate Kroger for their second annual Faith in Blue food drive. All non-perishable food donations will directly support our local Fishes and Loaves Community Food Bank and the DRMM. The City of Southgate has recently been honored by the Michigan Government Management Information Sciences Department for our commitment to cyber security. Due to the efforts of our IT Director, Jason Rucker, Southgate received the 2024 Organization Impact Project of the Year Award for our adoption of the YubiKey security system, which Council approved a few months back. This is great news for Southgate, but also further validates the effort of Director Rucker to keep Southgate safe in the cyber world. Congratulations to Jason for bringing this very special recognition to the great city of Southgate. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
No report, thank you.
Mr. Treasurer?
No report, thank you.
Councilman Erich?
No report, thank you.
Councilman Roush?
No report.
Okay, the school board did meet. They made some purchases regarding tech, including a server upgrade. They also sold some stocks that were donated by Thomas Anderson, so they got rid of those as well. Councilwoman George?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I've got a lot. The Case Cultural Arts and Special Events Commission is again sponsoring the Halloween home decorating contest. Submit photos day and night if you want. You can do both. And you can submit them until November 1st and you send them to CASE, C-A-S-E, at southgatemi.gov. Include your name, address, and phone number. Winners will be notified and recognized at a city council meeting. First place receives a $100 gift card, second place $50 gift card, third place a $30 gift card. If you have any questions, please call Robin Craig, the case chairperson, 734-258-3013. And again, the deadline for the photos is November 1st. The Commission on Aging meets tomorrow at noon at the Senior Center. They will be having their Halloween party on Thursday, October 11th. It's $20 per person. The doors open at 10 a.m. The luncheon is at noon. There will be a costume contest. First place will receive a $25 gift card, second place $15, and third place $10. Music will be provided by DJ Doug. New at the Senior Center will be Canasta on Tuesdays, the second and last Tuesday of the month at 11:30 a.m. It will start October 8th, Tuesday, October 8th. If you have any questions, call Camilla at 313-383-1193, or you can call Diane at the Senior Center. Kroger will be at the Senior Center tomorrow, Thursday, October 3rd, from 9 to noon, offering vaccinations. And I think they're offering just about everyone that is available: pneumonia, shingles, flu, tetanus, COVID, and so on. Bring your prescription insurance card, and walk-ins are welcome. I did announce the Halloween contest. Concerning the library, the kids' programs are ongoing, and this will be my last report. Councilman Rosh is the new liaison to the commission, and he will be attending their meetings, and he will be giving the reports. So this is my last one, and I have enjoyed working with the commission and with the librarian. The kids' programs are ongoing. For Halloween, the school-age children will be having a Halloween dance party from 2 to 3 on October 31st, and they are to wear their costumes. The teens are having a life-size clue party, just like the game Clue, and it's for grades 6 through 12, and that will be Saturday, the 28th, from 3 to 4 p.m., and they can wear their costumes. The Teen Advisory Board will be meeting October 23rd and October 30th. Those are both Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Also, the library is going to be offering a cyber security hour. It's an hour-long workshop. 10 threats every person faces and how to fight them now. And that will be Monday, October 21st at 6 p.m. Registration is required, and you can call the library at 734-258-3002. And I believe that's all that I have. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, thanks, Councilwoman. Councilman Ayers Reese.
Thank you, Madam Chair. No report from planning. They haven't met yet this month. However, I do want to take this time to remind everyone that organizations such as Fish and Loaves and Forgotten Harvest are looking for volunteers. So if you ever have the time to pack up some food or, donate, please take that opportunity to do so.
Madam Chair,
Thank you. Was that you?
That's it.
Councilman George, did you?
I forgot another public service announcement, really. There's going to be a household hazardous waste collection on October 19th at the Downriver Wayne County Community College on North Line, and that will be Saturday, October 19th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I've been looking forward to this for a close place so that your household hazardous waste, a lot of the stuff that you can't put in your regular collection, they will take there. So check your basements, your garages, if you've got paint stains, floor wax, antifreeze. They do not take car tires, fire extinguishers, smoke detectors, computers. There's all kind of stuff that they will take that you cannot put in your regular waste disposal. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councilman Golick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As the mayor announced, the DDA will be presenting Harvest Fest on Saturday from 11 to 3. But just as a note, the touch a truck is only from 10 till 1. I'm sure they have to get those vehicles back to where they belong. Also, there was an announcement on that flyer to wear your costumes. There's a trunk or treat event as well. So for all the kids that show up in costume, they'll be able to visit the various setups of the candy and take home some treats for the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Marsh, please, for the agenda.
Yeah. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening. The first item under Communications A is a recommendation for Carlisle Wortman, the city's planning consultant, to provide master planning services. These services will be paid for using a MSHDA planning grant that was previously awarded to the city. The last master plan was updated in 2011, so we're due for an update of that plan. By completing the master plan, we will also achieve a required step in becoming an NEDC redevelopment-ready community. And Councilwoman Ayers also asked just about the timing of this. The whole process is looking to take about 10 to 12 months. The phase one part of the proposal, which could take up to 2 months. Phase two could take up to another 2 months, and then phase three, all the portions of phase three would take up to 8 months. We're still looking, if we get it done now, around this time next year, we should have a completed, updated master plan. Are there any questions from council?
I just want to say this is a great initiative. I know Grozeal right now is also updating their master plan just to give everyone a frame of reference as well. So thank you.
The only other item on tonight's agenda is a request to increase fees for water disconnection services. These changes are recommended by the DPS director and the water board, and the changes represent the first increase in fees since 2017. The fee increases are to address increases in labor and material costs associated with water disconnection services. Are there any questions from council? Okay, seeing none, that's all.
Thank you. We'll reconvene at 7 o'clock.
My grandson said.
Your grandson.
Now 7 o'clock, the October 2nd regular meeting will begin. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Graziani is excused. Councilman Kespa?
Here.
Councilman George?
Here.
Councilman Roush?
Here.
Councilman Ayers Reese?
Present.
Councilman Golick?
Here.
Councilman Erridge? Here.
I need a motion to approve the work study meeting minutes dated September 18th, 2024.
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
I move that to approve the work study session, meeting minutes dated September 18th, 2024.
Motion by George, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the regular city council meeting minutes dated September 18th, 2024.
Madam
Madam
Chairman,
Chair.
Councilman Roush.
make a motion, we approve the regular city council meeting dated September 18th, 2024.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the public hearing meeting minutes dated September 18th, 2024.
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers Reese.
I make a motion, we approve the public hearing meeting minutes dated September 18th, 2024.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, supported by Golick. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. We have two scheduled persons in the audience. The first is the Boy Scout Troop number 1783 regarding wreath sales. Are they here?
I don't think so, but just through the chair, we do believe that they wanted to come and talk to about the wreath sale today and request that council would waive the fee associated with the sales. It wasn't specifically outlined there, but I know traditionally they'll come here at this time of year, talk about the wreath sales, and then request from council that that they waive the fee.
Okay. Would that be a thing that we would do now or in new business, or is now okay?
No, I think it should be the communication.
We can amend the agenda and put it under communications A.
Okay. Then we can just do that right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I would need a motion to amend the agenda to include the, request to waive the fee for selling wreaths for Boy Scout Troop 1783 to move that under communications A.
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I make a motion, we amend the agenda and add the Boy Scout Troop 1783, the selling of the wreaths to that Communications A.
Support.
A motion by Roush, supported by George. Any discussion or objection? The agenda's been amended. The next scheduled person in the audience is Martel Bivings, a candidate for U.S. Congress. If you'd like to come to the podium, state your name and address. And just as a reminder, no campaigning, just an introduction type statement. You have 3 minutes.
Do I have 3 minutes or more minutes?
3.
Well, I'm back again in Southgate. Martel Business protocol already being established. I came to the last city council meeting because I was invited and I wanted to be here. And then it was brought to my attention that my team was doing what I asked them to do, and they kind of made me be available for this agenda. So since my name was affixed to the agenda, I wanted to come back. And I'm not native of Southgate. I'm native to Detroit. I'm a classically trained ballet dancer, so I will always support the arts and arts education. I am a Republican from Detroit. I'm Cody High School, and the bluest, safest seat in the country. But I think everything about who I am and what I am and the vast geographic distance of this district, I'm exactly what we need. We go from the westernmost district is Wayne and Romulus. Our easternmost border is 3.5 miles in the middle of Lake St. Clair. It's state fast. We have people bringing in about $2,000 annually. We have some people bringing in $500,000 quarterly, both of whom deserve equal representation. In this district, because of the last census count, we lost the seat in the House of Representatives. They did the best they could to draw the lines to make equal representation for our beautiful state. And the House of Representatives, we will only have 13 people. And because we only have 13 people, those 13 people be diverse in economics, diverse in background, diverse in religion, diverse in capability. And we need them to be strong because they're getting ready to be in a legislative body, which I think you guys are deeply rooted in. For the 13th congressional seat in which I'm pursuing, you gotta have somebody in the middle based off the vast amount of differences in this district. But I tell you, everybody in this district wants. They want to come home, they want to go to school, they want to send their children to school, they want to be able to pray, live, eat, and be happy, and do that on repeat. And that's what it boils down to. And that gets us away from far right, conservative, far left, liberal. And everything about who I am as an artist, working with the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere, has allowed me to interface with everyone in the district on any given day and just see them human and see the person and to see that they just want a voice. That's what I'm going to do.
Thank you.
I won't be back again, not in this month, but I do enjoy Southgate and I do enjoy the residents, and I look forward to working with you and for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, there are no consideration of bids. There's no scheduled hearings. First item under Communications A is a memo from the administrator regarding the master plan services with Carlisle Wortman Associates. Madam Clerk.
The administration recommends the attached proposal for master plan services with Carlisle Wortman Associates, the city's appointed planning consultant. The city's current master plan was last updated in 2011. City Council previously adopted a resolution to engage in the Michigan Economic Development Corp's redevelopment ready communities. Completing the master plan is an important step in achieving the RRC certification. The administration recommends the full scope of services outlined in the proposal, including the establishment of an online survey tool. The cost of these services will be covered by a $25,000 MSHA planning grant awarded to the city.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
I move that we approve the city planning consultant, Carl Wortman Associates, Inc., Ann Arbor, Michigan, to provide master plan services not to exceed in the amount of $24,000.
Support.
Motion by George, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is a memo from the DPS director regarding their resolution request for water fees. Madam Clerk.
I respectfully request that the City Council concur with the unanimous resolution of the Southgate Water Board and amend City Ordinance 1046.09 and increase the following fees for service: disconnect for 1 inch or less from $500 plus concrete to $1,000 plus concrete, and service disconnect for above 1 inch from $750 plus concrete to $1,500 plus concrete. The above fees will bring us in line with neighboring cities and provide revenue for services provided.
What's the pleasure of the council? Council.
Madam Chair,
Thank you. Councilman Golick.
I'll make a motion that the city council concur with the unanimous resolution of the Southgate Water Board and amend City Ordinance 1046.09 and increase the following fees for service disconnect for 1 inch or less from $500 plus concrete to $1,000 plus concrete, and service disconnect for above 1 inch from $750 plus concrete to $1,500 plus concrete.
Support.
Motion by Golick, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Last is the item we added to the agenda here regarding the Boy Scout troop number 1783 waiving the fee for their wreath sales.
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
I move that we waive the fee for the Boy Scouts to sell wreaths for Christmas. This is something that they do every year, and the Boy Scouts is a good organization. My grandsons were Eagle Scouts, and I'm proud to be able to ask that we waive the fee for them.
Support.
Motion by George, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion?
Madam Chair, just for
Mr.
the
Mayor.
new members on council, and Councilman George is correct, they've been doing this for many years. The one stipulation the city has asked is to make sure that the property owner has concurred with that request. And that's why you'll see the additional information from the manager to indicate that they're approving it as well, as long as they provided the insurance, which she's now indicated that they have. So just understand that's the city's position too, is to make sure that the property owner, not just the nonprofit, is involved with this because it is their property. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Any further discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. There are no items under communications B. There are no ordinances. Is there any old business the council would like to discuss? Seeing none, is there any new business the council would like to discuss?
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I'm not sure if anybody had seen it, but if you were on Facebook and you see it in the old homestead, they were having an issue with rats. And is there anything we can, I mean, they message, instant message, and you're like, I'm not sure, I'll find out and ask, but is there anything we can do to help them, or is there anything, I know, and I mean, and believe it or not, when people were saying stuff, some of the things I went back myself and said, you know what, you gotta make sure your neighbor's gotta pick up their dog droppings, you gotta make sure your garbage is, I mean, so I think they're doing it, but I think there was an issue with some of them, so some of them wanted to know if there's anything that they can do, or there anywhere they can go in the city, so I said, I'd ask.
Oh, yeah, through the chair, it's a great question. There is actually services that the city provides. So if they contact the city's ordinance officer, Officer Coleman, he can arrange with All Seasons Pest Control to have bait boxes placed in that area. They're very effective, and they've gone a long way in controlling the rat population. But I appreciate the comments about dog droppings and those type of things, because oftentimes people don't realize that by leaving those in the backyards, they could be ate, even if their backyard is not host to the rodent problem. They could be a feeding source for them. Same thing with unkept gardens or gardens that are laying on the ground. So these are the types of things that when Officer Coleman goes out there, he'll bring out All Seasons Pest Control. They'll give recommendations, and they can put those bait boxes down. And when those bait boxes are placed at the direction of Officer Coleman, there's no charge to the residents for those.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman George.
Also, again, to remind the residents that the trash needs to be put in the trash cans. If you put it on the ground, it's going to attract different critters. And this is what we don't want. This is why we went with the newer cans to try to control this problem and keep up your property. And that's the way that you will take care of the problem.
Madam Chair.
Mr. Mayor.
I think that's a good point, because I think people are sliding into thinking that loose bags are now acceptable again. We got the carts to make sure there were no loose bags on the street, and we've got to do another educational campaign. We're planning that as well. But the other thing that I want to mention is Administrator Marsh indicated that the city has contracted with the pest control company since we have, so this has been available. So if anybody does contact you on that, please let them know that we will do, the ordinance officer will ascertain as to what needs to be done and then get the appropriate action.
Madam Chairman.
Councilman Roush.
And that's one of the things I had said, I'm like, it's not the city doesn't control of them, all we can do is help guide you, and that was one of the things, but as a neighbor, you should be courteous, like, if you have a dog, pick up after your dog, if you have your trash, pick up after your trash. So, but, I'm sorry, Madam Chair, one other question, so when is the actual day that they can start putting out garbage? Because I know me and Councilman George were talking about this today, there are people like, I know on our street, ours is Monday, and they have the stuff out there Friday already, and I'm like, come on, people, that's another, and some of them are putting out trash bags.
Yeah, it's the night before is when they should be putting out trash. They shouldn't be doing it earlier. We know, I think everyone all the council members know that the transition to priority was not smooth, and that there were days and that people were having multiple days where their trash was not picked up at the curb. So I think some people were starting to try to get out there earlier. They got a little unorganized in that sense. Recently, though, it's been much better service. We're still working to make some improvements, but the trucks now have the camera system that they talked about installed, so they can keep better eye on their drivers. And really now we're just trying to make sure we're servicing all the new cans. So with that being said, people should get back in line, put your trash out the day before, take it back in after they pick it up by, I think it's 8 a.m. the following day.
Madam Chairman, I'm sorry, one more thing. Yeah, I will tell you, on our street, there were two trucks, one going one way, and the other. I'm like, okay, where are all you people now? We on Facebook when you see the trucks moving both ways, and why not put the good stuff on there? Because there was one truck coming one way, one coming the other day when I was going down the street. So, but yeah, I think have we got less complaints? Has that gone down? Less complaints now from?
Yeah. It's more, they need cart replacements, those type of things.
Good, all right, thank you, Madam Chairman.
Any other new business the council would like to discuss? Seeing none, we'll move on to unscheduled persons in the audience. If you'd like to address council, come to the podium, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes. Yeah, please state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes, and we'll let you know when your time is up.
Hello, my name is Portia. Good morning, good afternoon.
Oh, and address.
Excuse me?
Name and address for the record.
My name and my address?
Yeah.
You said your name, but
But
you
we're
need the
good.
address.
Your address.
Like my residential?
Yeah. Yep.
Do I need to announce my residential address on YouTube?
It's for the record.
She can write it.
You can write it
She can
down.
write it down.
There's a,
Yeah,
Um,
and you'll have 3 minutes.
Start now.
Yes.
My name is Portia Lamb, and I'm here to address the serious concern regarding public safety and the effects of police work in the community. For the last 18 months, I've been dealing with a situation involving someone stalking me related to domestic violence issue. Despite my repeated attempts to reach out for help, the police department has not taken my concerns seriously enough. Every time I've sought assistance, it feels as though the police wait too long to investigate, and I fear that my life and my child's life could be in danger before any action is taken. I've spoken with various officials, including the city administrator, as well as the mayor and multiple members of other administrations within Southgate. Unfortunately, none of these conversations has led to any tangible actions to ensure our safety. I feel like I'm running out of options at this. This is my plea for help. It's falling on deaf ears. This is not just about me. It's about ensuring safety of all residents, especially victims of domestic violence. I'm here today crying for help, not just for myself, but for my child as well. Thank you for your time, and I hope that y'all can advocate some changes that address the issues, but my critical safety issue to ensure a safer environment for all of the residents of the Southgate city.
Okay, thank you so much for your comments, Ms. Lamb.
Madam Chair, if I might, because the speaker raises serious issues, but there's also a question of venue and jurisdiction, and the police department has spent an extensive amount of time working on the case, but it's complicated because it involves personal protection orders in the Wayne Circuit Court. I understand that the speaker is a resident of Oakland County. They have an excellent domestic violence protection division, prevention division in the prosecutor's office and with the sheriff's department in that county, and she may want to choose to outreach to the sheriff. The sheriff is deeply concerned in Oakland County about domestic violence, and you could also secure either yourself or with counsel a personal protection order in Oakland County, which would give you the necessity of that sort of protection, because there's no point of jurisdiction at this time in Southgate unless you live here, you're assaulted here, you're harassed, or you're stalked here in the city of Southgate, and then it would be sent to the Wayne County prosecutor. Now, just so council knows, the police department takes these matters seriously, as we do at the court with our own victims advocate counselors for the county prosecutor's office, the advocates who appear here every Friday, but it has to be something where the city has actual situs in personam jurisdiction over the defendant or the event occurred here in Southgate. If the defendant only lives in Southgate, it's still where the stalking happened. It would be the situs of the victim. And if the victim is stalked, harassed, assaulted in Southgate, there'll be a prosecution either on a local level or a state level. Now, this matter has been referred to the Michigan State Police, to the Michigan Attorney General, and to Wayne County Prosecuting Attorney Kim Worthy's office. And it's beyond the thrust of this department to level charges at this time, but I commend the department for spending time, not 1 hour, not 10, not 20, maybe 100, to see if they could get to the root of this. But when we evaluated it this week and today, after I had a conversation earlier with the victim here, it's Oakland County's jurisdiction. And I'm spending more time. I had more than her 3 minutes here, but it's important you know that, first of all, the police department and the prosecutors in Southgate take stalking and domestic violence and victim advocacy seriously and importantly all the time. They don't close their ears, and you just have to stop in at court any Tuesday or any Friday to see what goes on there. So if there's a case that can be prosecuted, they will. If it doesn't meet what the statute requires, you have to go to where it happened. And in my opinion, she can get a PPO in Oakland County. That's a personal protection order.
Right. Thank you, Counselor, and thank you, Mrs. Lamb. It's not a back and forth, no. Yeah. Thank you. Any other persons in the audience that would like to address council?
Yeah.
Seeing none, we'll move on to claims and accounts. Councilman Roush.
Move to approve claims and accounts warrant 1506 in the amount of $16,446,850.92.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Councilman George.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by George, supported by Golick. Any discussion or objection? We're adjourned.
The time is double.
I know.
Today.
Yeah, for Friday.